Jarvis, you up?
For you, sir, always.
I'd like to open a new project file, indexed as Mark II.
Shall I store this on the Stark Industries central database?
Actually, don't know who to trust right now. Till further.
Oh, hi! It's Abhiram from Inventium. On our channel, we take crazy ideas and try to make them into practical, everyday objects. Today, I'm going to start my first big project. I've been planning this one for more than 5 years now. When I first saw Iron Man on the screen in 2015, I'd been planning to make my own Iron Man suit. I researched it and I found a lot on exoskeletons. I made a crude plan for one myself and I'm going to build it today. I have a crude blueprint, but it's going to mostly be planning as I go. Enjoy! First, we'll have to build the arms of the exoskeleton. I use 1-inch square steel pipe for this. It should be strong enough but also light enough for me to wear. First, I'm going to have to cut the steel. Now, I'll just measure 2 bars of 18 inches each from this long one. I'll need 2 to serve as the forearm and the bicep respectively. Now that I have this cut and grinded, I'll have to make it a more rounded edge so that the elbow joint rotates better. It should be fine. It's round enough and it's smooth enough to turn around well as the elbow joint. Now, I'm cutting out the holes for the upper arm and the 2 cylinders. As you can see, I have them marked out and I'm just cutting them out roughly with a grinder. Please note this is not the same rod, I just grind it to a rounded finish. For attaching the arm to the shoulder, we will need something called a rod end. This is what a rod end is. A rod end is something that it's something like a ball joint and it has a thread coming out on one end, and I will probably need something like a 12 mm, and there it is. I will buy, each one gives 2 pieces supposedly, so I'll get 4 in total. I will now connect the upper arm and the forearm with a nut and bolt. I just found an old one lying around. I do not know the specifications, but depending on what size of a hole you make, you should be able to figure that out just fine. It's ideal to use a size a little bit smaller than what you are the hole you made, because that does give it a bit of room so that the joint can be smoother. As you can see, I've had a 5-inch piece of steel cut and welded to one end of my arm joint so that I can use it as a handle while I'm operating the exoskeleton. Next time, I'll be adding the cylinders and the backplate, so stay tuned.